Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. Man, it is a Friday, and hey,
right.
I tell you, right now, there's a little boom boom going on everywhere. Rain everywhere outside too, and I'm not going outside.
Is. But it is a Friday. But
yeah.
Do you see look how bright and cheery we look today on the screen?
Yeah, I'm happy. Everybody's happy on Friday.
Of course, absolutely. So yes, we do have a great show lined up for you today. But let's first find out what's going on outside with the weather.
All right, moments ago in North Myrtle Beach, actually, let me step off just for a second. There we go. Moments ago in North Myrtle Beach, some of you guys might have just seen this sight. This was a what looks like a developing funnel cloud, but what I can tell you is that's actually scud. It's essentially very low-level clouds that are attempting to rotate, but there was really no rotation. But I do want to show you this image that we captured on our North Myrtle Beach camera. You can see that very solid low-level cloud there that looked like a funnel, but again, this was not a funnel. There are no tornado reports, and there's really no rotation within these cells. Still, these cells are extremely strong, producing frequent lightning and gusty winds. You can see that activity now marching along the 544 and 501 corridors, out through Conway, out through Pleasant Hill as well. I mean, this line marching inland and will eventually meet the Piedmont Trough out towards Florence and Darlington counties this afternoon, which will once again lead to a regeneration of showers and thunderstorms. The storms out towards North Myrtle Beach, Carolina Shores, a lot of frequent lightning there. And again, with this wind speed and direction, we can see if there's any rotation, but there really is not. There are any tight couplings of this green and red, which would indicate rotation to me. I'm not seeing any rotation, and that continues to lend credibility that that storm that I saw was not rotating, and that is some good news. Futurecast continues to suggest that these showers and storms will march inland. There's the Piedmont Trough marching towards the coastline. When both of these boundaries meet, notice that the storms really do blow up in intensity. And so we are expected to see heavy rain, frequent lightning, and gusty winds as those storms once again march towards the Grand Strand around the 6, 7 o'clock hour. So this is not the only round of showers and thunderstorms that the Grand Strand will see today that are occurring right now. They'll also see some later on tonight. By the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, those storms will begin to fall apart, and then by midnight we'll be dealing with clearing skies. High temperatures today, 86 degrees there along the Grand Strand, the lower 90s across the PD, not the Piedmont, excuse me, the PD and the border belt with those scattered showers and thunderstorms. We'll keep the sea breeze going on our Saturday and our Sunday. Heavy rain threat. The signal continues to look very, very strong for our Tuesday in particular, but this could be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday event across the region. And it looks like, at least at this point in time, that Tuesday could not only be a heavy rain threat for the Grand Strand, but also for the PD.
He said
I'm
boo.
sorry. I was giving a sign to somebody. I'm sorry.
Boo,
boo.
Rain, boo. That's what you're doing.
Rain.
It's a Friday. It's a free-for-all here, Cecil.
Yes, it is. All right, I want to talk about something. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've been to see it yet, but I went to see Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. My wife and I went yesterday. And let me tell you guys, it's not a chick flick. It's one of those movies that makes you want to sing along and you smile and laugh. And I want to thank Dwayne Farmer at Stone Theaters at Market Common, where I went to see the movie. Thanks so much. Great movie. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
I'm not very happy with I'm not very happy with you.
I'm sorry. My wife said we were going, so we went. Let's find out a little bit about today. Here we go. It's Friday, everybody. July 27th, and this is Take Your Houseplants for a Walk today, but carry your umbrella.
What?
Okay.
I'll just put them outside and let them get some water. Then I don't have to do the work. Also, this is Walk on Stilts Day.
All right, birthdays today, 1969. There he is, Triple H, 49 years old. Paul Michael Lescue, a wrestler, had several feuds with The Rock. Oh, you better be careful, buddy.
I was about to say 1975, Alex Rodriguez, 43 years old, known as A-Rod. He led the Yankees to the 2009 World Series, and he signed with the Seattle Mariners at the age of 17.
1993, Jordan Spieth. He's a golfer, of course, 25 years old. He's won the 2015 Masters Championship, also won the 2015 U.S. Champion.
All right. Today in history, let's take it back. 1968, the Who's single Magic Bus was released in the U.S.
And in 1984, Prince's first movie, Purple Rain, opened in the U.S. All right, from the Know-It-All department right now, a little question. You got to think a little bit on this one, okay?
Oh, boy.
Did you know there's only one congressman that had a #1 song on Billboard magazine? There was a congressman. Anybody know who it was?
Do you know?
Sonny, that's right.
That's right.
Sonny Bono. I Got You, Babe, in 1965 with his wife, and wife share, that is, and Sonny was killed in a skiing accident back in 1998. From the Know-It-All department, you learned something today. The only congressman to have a #1 hit.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's it. That's it from the Know-It-All department today.
We've got a great show lined up, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, what do you do if an active shooter comes into your business, workplace, or a school? Well, we found out that last week here at WPDE. We did some training for that, and I'm telling you, you guys,
it helped me a lot.
I think everybody, regardless of where you work, should have this training. It really opened my eyes.
That's right, Captain Eric De Lorenzo. I got
there
it right.
We go.
There. He's with us today to talk a little bit about this, where you can get a little input just by watching this show.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the active shooter thing.
Sure. So the training that you participated in was the Avoid, Deny, Defend training. It's a lecture-based training that not only Myrtle Beach Police Department does, but a lot of Horry County, Conway, a lot of agencies do it. And it basically teaches tools and tactics to keep you safe during an active shooter event. Much like the fire department teaches stop, drop, and roll, we teach Avoid, Deny, Defend, which keeps you safe during an active shooter event.
All right, now what happened? The first thing you told us was always be aware of your surroundings.
Absolutely.
Which is huge, because now I've actually been thinking about it since then.
Sure. So obviously you can't predict when or where it's going to happen. If we did, we would avoid it. And that's the first step in an active shooter event, is avoiding it. But in order to get out or get away from the situation, you have to know where you are and how to get out. And that's situational awareness, knowing your surroundings, knowing where the nearest exit is, knowing where you are within a building you may not be familiar of, or throughout your daily day.
And one of the bad things you said is hiding.
Yes.
All right, explain that to us.
Sure. So your instinct in an active shooter event, or when something bad happens, is you want to hide. And that's exactly what the perpetrator's looking for. People who are stuck, can't go anywhere. And
easy targets.
Easy targets.
Absolutely.
So, good thing to do is barricade. I've learned that I'm going to push my desk up against the wall, against the door, and then knock the window out and run.
Well, and I think it really makes you think, because, you know, Cecil and I, we share an office, and so we kind of came up with a plan a little bit that we had never thought of before. You know, as long as I can outrun him, I'm good. But we've actually come up with a plan in all seriousness. It is a very serious thing, and I think everybody should have a part of it.
That's the big deal.
Absolutely. And that's what we always tell people, is have that plan. Think about it now. You guys went back to your office. It took you probably 2 minutes to talk over it.
Absolutely.
Over a cup of coffee. And now if something, God forbid, happens, you would immediately go into and execute your plan. But you have to think about it now when you're calm, not when really bad things are happening and you're frightened and you're scared, because then you're not thinking clearly.
All right, now for businesses watching us something now, if they wanted this active shooters deal, you'd come and talk to them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Between me and my counterparts throughout the county, we would absolutely come do it. It's free of charge. All we ask is that you just have a group together. We don't want to do it for 1 or 2 people. But
I understand.
If you're a business, we're happy to come out. It takes an hour out of your day, and it's free of charge.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
it's very worthwhile.
Yeah,
I mean, it made
absolutely.
me think a lot. Eric, thanks for being with us, buddy. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, we really
Anytime.
appreciate it. Thank you
That's
so
all
much.
the information. You contact him. It's very worthwhile.
Yeah, contact him or contact us here at the station, and we'll get you in touch with them. Stick around. We'll be right back.
And welcome back, everybody. All right, the town of Loris is getting ready. Listen to this. This is a mess festival.
That's right.
Where the kids get to come and get all messy and go home with their parents.
No, well, okay, so we kind of have something like this at our church that we do as well, and they love it. They pack the place out. Tell us a little bit about it.
So we had our spring festival not too long ago, and my granddaughter wanted a slime station, so that's how it started, and it was really popular, and I was thinking, how can we do this on a bigger scale? So we decided to have Mess Fest, and
here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. Look at it. Look.
Everything to do with mess, you're gonna have it here for kids.
yeah, so I'll have like 20 stations, and they can go around and do different things, but they'll get slime. They'll go through
Whipped
shaving
cream, mess-
whipped cream, chocolate, anything you think of, paint.
Look at that. Look at him
Yeah.
slipping in
That's
slime.
pretty wild. Now, can the adults take part in this too if they want to?
So yeah, if you bring your kids, definitely you can get in there.
So that'll be good. All right. Well, this is good. All right. This is the first year.
First year, so we're going to see how it goes, and I think it's going to grow from here, and it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be a mess.
Okay, so you said it is.
I think it will
now,
be
how
too.
much is it?
It's
Is it cost?
$7.
$7 for the
Yes,
night.
and we're just going to start. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have this big, huge grass lot that's in downtown Loris, so that's where we're going to have it. It's on the corner of Casey and Meeting Street. and it's $7, and we're going to go through children through 12 years old.
Okay.
So we're going to start small and kind of see how it goes, and then we'll add teenagers.
Now,
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, do parents need to stay with their kids at all times, or
They'll be there.
the older ones can be left?
I mean, they can run around because it'll be in one area, and they
Sure.
can kind of, I mean, I don't want them to like leave the place
That's
and go
what I
away.
mean. This is not like don't drop them off and leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So if they want to know more information on this, they can call the Lawrence Chamber of Commerce
Yes.
and talk with Samantha, and she'll tell you all about it.
That's right.
That's correct.
A messy festival.
is
I
what
think that
it's
is so neat the way they did it.
Yeah, no, a mess fest.
Mess
You
fest.
should have heard us on the phone trying to figure out what she was saying. Mess fest.
There's
But
the website right there if you want to go and get more information right
That's
there.
right.
And Samantha will set it. It's coming up Saturday, August 4th.
what time does
Yes.
it start?
10 a.m.
That's next Saturday from 4 until. So wear some old clothes because
Yep.
the kids, you're going to get messy.
Yeah, we'll have a shower station. The
Oh,
city
really?
of Lawrence will have a shower station at the end to kind of clean them off, but
Before they put
still
them in the
bring
car.
some-
Bring towels, bring
Yes.
a change of clothes, for sure.
Yeah,
It'd be
please
kind of
do.
bad watching the kids walk behind the car going home.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
Thanks a lot, Samantha.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
All right, we got more coming up. Stay with us. Somebody that used to play with Paul Revere and the Raiders, coming up.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. I always like to bring neat locals on the show here. This is Scott, and he used to play with Paul Revere and the Raiders, and Cecil is totally excited right now.
Paul Revere and the Raiders came out in the mid-'60s, and then, Scott joined up in the '70s with them.
There we go.
Where's the hat, man? Put your hat on.
Oh,
You
check
got
this
your hat
out.
on.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, here you go.
Still got the
Hey,
hat there.
there we go.
How about that? Yeah, it's got to be. It had to be quite an experience to be with Paul Revere and the guys.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Of course, I mean, we rocked it instead of rocking, the big festivals and stuff. That's what we did. We went around to Six Flags and Disneyland and of course Disneyland and then Harrah's. There you go. So the casinos. We had Vegas and Reno and Tahoe.
Well, let me tell you,
Wow.
Paul Revere, you're going to see some shots here. Paul
There
Revere,
you go.
I'd say he was the wild man of rock and roll.
He was. He was a comedian with a rock band for a prop. Oh my goodness!
Who
I'm
is
so
that?
skinny.
I'm so
You were
skinny.
skinny with him.
So skinny.
But that's,
This is awesome.
You got to travel a lot too, Scott.
I did. Yes, we went all through Canada and we went all through the United States. Went down to Hawaii. Just kept rolling along. That's what rockers do.
That's right. Now tell us, is that lifestyle as glamorous as everyone thinks it is? How is it?
Oh,
Or is it just a blast?
Well, let's see. We had roadside road stop coffee. That's
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fancy.
that's
Very
that's an
fancy.
experience. Oh, by the way, Cecil, I don't know. I was thinking you might not be quite old enough. Okay.
Wait a minute. Come on.
Okay. I thought you might be too young, but listen, I'm telling you, you are
All
now
right.
an honorary Raider.
That's
okay.
awesome.
Look at that.
That's
Paul,
the first hat
hey.
he's ever put on his head on this show. I love it.
Paul Revere, if you need somebody else to kind of be a roadie or go along, I can help.
Yeah. Well,
I can help.
They're still going, by the way.
Yeah, I know it.
My good buddy Doug Heath. Yeah, exactly. So they're keeping it alive. They're Paul Revere's They're the Raiders, and it's a great show. So if you ever get a chance to go see it, go see it.
First time I saw them was Where the Action Is. It was a show that used to come on in the afternoons.
That's right.
And Steve Alamo produced it, I believe.
That's right.
That show, I got to see Paul Revere, and I said, man, he's a wild man. He was just
he was crazy. He was funny. Awesome. He was a funny dude.
Well, what brought you to Myrtle Beach?
Well, I was traveling doing comedy clubs.
Yeah.
And headlining the comedy zones, and I got some press and so forth when I got here. And it was right when Calvin Gilmore was
opening up.
He was opening. Well, he was going to move the original Opry from Surfside up to his location right now, and then he was creating a brand new show called Southern Country Nights and putting it in that building. Huh. And so he says, "Well, how'd you like to be funny and not have to go on the road?" And I was going, "Well, I've been living in my van for about 2 years. It sounds good."
Well, that sounds good. I tell you,
That's
I appreciate this.
And that was when you said you came to Myrtle Beach?
That was about 1990.
Okay, so
you can't wear my hat. I just want you to know it.
Let me see if I can. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Right.
And if anyone wants to know who got the music fact earlier from the know-it-all department.
It was me.
That was him. That's right.
I knew that.
We knew.
Sonny Cher. Hey, Sonny and Cher, thank you so much for being with us, Scott.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, buddy. And, tell Paul he can be on my show anytime he wants to.
Be a little hard, but it'll be a different show.
It'll be a different show, that's right.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And that's pretty cool.
This is very cool.
You look good.
All next week you wear that, okay?
You got that look.
Keep getting harder to find.
Okay, all right, yeah. And with
I'll
that,
show you the steps next time.
Hey, and we are celebrating National Lasagna Day. They will be here in just a few minutes. We'll be back.
Carolina Company Live. They sent Cecil a telegram asking him if we could jam on his show called Carolina Company Live. You know know Cecil's cool and Amanda's slick. You know she's the cutest chick for the show called Caroline and Company Live. They are in the know, that's why we watch the show. News, weather, and what's going on around town. They are in the know, that's why we watch the show. News, weather, and what's going on around town. You'll find them on WPDE, Channel 15, 5 days a week. 12 noon, tune into a real good time. Informative guests and talent galore from up and down the Myrtle Beach shore. Tune into Caroline and Company Live. They are in the know, that's why we watch the show. News, weather, and what's going on around town. They are in the know, that's why we watch the show. News, weather, and what's going on around town. Caroline Company Live. Turn on your TV, turn on your TV, turn on Caroline Company Live. Turn on your TV, turn on your TV, turn on Caroline Company Live. Turn on your TV, turn on your TV, turn on Carolina Company Live. Tune into Carolina and Company Live. Did-dot.
I've been doing television for 45 years, and I've done a lot of different things, but let me tell you, I really love doing Carolina and Company Live. Every day it's something different. We're talking about things in the PD area, we're talking about the Grand Strand, and we're talking about North Carolina. And I've worked with a lot of people over the years, but working with Amanda is great. We really click together. If I can start talking and saying something, she'll finish it up. That's how good we work together. How much longer am I going to be working? Well, I hope Amanda and I are working together for a long time doing Carolina and Company Live. And welcome back, everybody. At the end of the show, we just got time. Traffic's a killer right now on 544.
That's right.
Tim's here from Aroma's Pizza.
Hello.
Flying in on 2 wheels.
That's right, that's right.
National Lasagna Day is...
That's right. We're celebrating it now.
Yeah, we're celebrating it today, though. All
to
right.
make sure you know where to go, Aromas. I mean, I'm telling you, the best lasagna and, of course, pizza,
That's
too.
where I go all the time.
Maybe we can get a tight shot of that.
You think I'm kidding you? He just walked in the door
Look at him. He's still decorating.
5 seconds ago, and we didn't have time to get everything out on the table. But tell them about your lasagna.
Our lasagna, it's veal, beef, and pork, and we mix it with our homemade marinara and mozzarella cheese and regatta cheese and
all homemade, right?
all homemade.
And
Yep.
you got 2 locations now.
We do Surfside and Murrells Inlet,
All right.
707 and Coventry Road.
And this, you know how to put Italian stuff together because
We're
you're Italian. That's what it's all about. But lasagna is one of my favorites from there. I get lasagna there every time I go there. In fact, when I walk in, they don't even hand me a menu.
Woo!
They just tell
There
me
he
that.
is. He's still decorating as well as other really great food. You guys do pizzas and all
We
kinds
do.
of
We
stuff.
do everything. And we got something cool going on at our Surfside location.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to do soft serve gelato.
Oh,
Yes.
gelato. That's pretty
yes,
good.
yes.
Wow.
So we're excited.
Well, Tim, we hate you didn't make it in time to stay with us.
That's all right, bud.
Traffic
We appreciate
happens,
it.
live TV happens. We hope you guys
That's
have a
it.
fantastic weekend. Go get some great
That's
lasagna
right.
from this guy right here over at
Have a good one,
Aromas.
everybody.
Guess what? You get to wave.
We'll see you. We'll see you Monday. Have a
That's
great
right.
day.
Y'all have a
everybody.
good one. See ya.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.